Oh god, I need to get another camera mount. Woo! For fishing. Because when I come back from fishing, this camera is like all over hell. If this is hell. Hi. Hello, slippery eel. Thank you. Mm. Hi, Melody. Good morning. Nice to see you again. Thank you for the positivity, everybody. Hi, John. One of the reasons I'm here is so y'all don't think that I just disappeared, because I didn't stream for 2 days and I didn't tell y'all I was going to take a break. I literally have been working in the garden non-stop. Spring is here. The last couple weeks have been the springiest spring I ever sprung. The garden is like the most beautiful it's been. Like, yeah, you know what? I do want to say that the garden is the most beautiful it's ever been, just because all the biennial, perennial things, like, the garden never got not green. The lowest temp we had this year was 39 or 36 or 35 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like a beautiful cold kiss, not really anything like a freeze. Bro, spring is nigh. What do I grow? What don't I grow? I worship the hummingbirds. Also, I am really guilty that I had to take back so much butterfly habitat. I didn't have to. Honestly, this wasn't premeditated. Was I really gonna take all that butterfly habitat? No. I had no intention of taking all that butterfly habitat. However, the butterfly habitat was gonna get me in trouble. I explained this situation. For like a year and a half, I had the landlord next door to me, and the landlord requested that I grow the butterfly habitat over the fence. But then she left. So I no longer have the landlord requesting an abundance of vines. And it was hard to like take a step away from that, because I basically quadrupled my butterfly habitat. And in my mind, it was really hard to take away that butterfly habitat. Like, I couldn't, you know what? I never actually made the decision to do it. I'm gonna cry a little bit. I'm gonna cry. I never made the decision to scale back the butterfly habitat. I could not mentally make that decision. However, once I started to reconcile the right side of the garden, it just made sense. It really did. It looks so good now. I literally. No, the first priority was literally not violating my lease by having stuff grow out of my yard. That was my main priority. I literally signed a piece of paper that says that I won't let stuff grow out of my yard. And then the people in charge of the paper said, please let that grow into my yard. And then I did what the boss lady said. That's what I did. And now the boss lady's not the boss anymore. So I can't even think about that. And that's where I am with the passion flower. And I just learned that I don't have passion fruit. I have passion flowers. I knew that. But there we go. Honestly, what I really wanted to do was just grow banana passion fruit or purple passion fruit or some kind of real passion fruit that I could eat over it. Like literally just like put the passion fruit vines on top of the passion flower vines and let them go at it. But that would have made the situation worse. Yeah, I my yard was swamped with passion flora vines, passion flower vines. Uh, uh and the geraniums are still. I wanted to drop $100 on geraniums a couple months ago, but I wouldn't let myself. I wish I did. No, I mean, I wanted to buy special geraniums. Shh, I shouldn't tell you my $1 million idea. Shh, that somebody's already had. Shh. But for real, this is the geraniums sold out so fast. Anyway. Cold rain. I am a warm rain. I watered the hell out of my garden. Oh my god. Namaste to my garden. I'm supposed to be singing. I lost the plot. Hi. I'm good. I don't know what you're talking about, Dawn, but that sounds interesting. Hi, everyone. Okay. Where? I am so disorganized. I'm missing one of my main phones. I have a distinct memory. Oh, God. I left it in the kitchen by the back door. Then I was like, oh, I shouldn't leave that in here. So I took it and I bleep, bleep, bleep. I don't know what I did with it. Don't touch your pores as I pet my nose. Don't do it. Okay. Oh. Oh my god. I just imagine who I want to touch my pores. I don't want to touch my own pores. There can be an exception if somebody feels particularly fascinated by your pores in a romantic context. I can make an exception willingly. That sentence is funny. I'm thinking about you touching my pores. Well, that was a left turn. Okay. Gumbo! That should happen. That should happen. Oh, whoops. Think about all the people that I'm in love with. Oh, we choked on number 6. We did. Isn't polyamory fun? Oh. Bro, bro, I have, I don't know if this is a part of my autism or what part of my brain makeup. But no, I actually struggle with left and right. It's funny. I struggle the most of anyone I've ever met. Nobody does this except me. I'm joking. This is a symptom of something. Yay! So, I struggle quite a lot with my left and right. Is that spatial awareness? I struggle with left and right, and I can't do numbers that well. Thankfully, I can do addition and subtraction. Actually, it's hazy. So, I can fathom that at least and make sure I do it right with calculator. I used to be able to do long division. I don't think. Well, I can do short division, so we could probably work back up to long division. But after that, I'm screwed. Not to be fatalistic, but oh Lord. So I have a little sprinkle of numeric dyslexia that makes life particularly interesting in certain contexts. Mostly when people expect you not to be numerically dyslexic and they casually ask you mathematical equations and you just have to look at them like, don't trust me. No, no, no. Don't come at me with some equations like I'm a person. Like, you might as well be talking to your cat about math. That's where I'm at. However, you want some spiritual guidance? I got you. Equations? Not so much. I'm actually waiting for the man who teaches me maths. When dudes are particularly good at maths, I'm like, hey, buddy, you want a challenge? So it's not like I've closed my heart to my learning disabilities, and it's not like I don't want a challenge. If I have if I got a hot teacher, I'm down to fail for a while until you teach me how not to fail. Otherwise, I'm chilling. Uh, uh, uh I can spell like a mofo and read like a mofo and write like a mofo. So I'm not even tripping on the numbers that I trip on. It's like I'm not chilling. It literally rarely comes up in my life in the first place. Also, I'll just say it because I say it a lot. Well, whenever I think about numeric dyslexia, which is called dyscalculia, but I can't pronounce it, trying to pronounce dyscalculia makes me feel like I have other learning disabilities too. So I just say numeric dyslexia. But anyway, I dated somebody who was more numerically dyslexic than I am, and he just rocked it. He just pretend like he wasn't. I don't even think he really told anybody. He just rocked it while being more numerically dyslexic than I was. And that relationship was really heartwarming for me because I got to be the one who was better with numbers for the first time ever. Call me narcissistic and arrogant and all you would, blah, 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 blah. But I loved being, well, this doesn't scream narcissism, what I'm about to say, but I loved being gentle when he got the math wrong. I was super gentle, and people are not like, oh, people don't show you love when you can't do math. I got tears in my eyes. When I couldn't do math in my life, people didn't react lovingly and with compassion. Ever. They looked at me like I was crazy or stupid or crazy and stupid. And so just reacting in love and compassion when he got math wrong, like, healed something in my own heart for my own self. He would get, he was worse than me at math. And he would run past equations. He would run the equations past me. And he'd be like, do plus do is do, right? And I'd be like, no, bro. No. And I'd be like, it's do. And he'd be like, really? Are you sure? And I'd be like, yes. And he would do the math with the calculator, and he would just be like, wow, I was way off. And I'm like, yes, darling, you were way off. But in my life, when people would ask me math equations and I would either stare at them blankly or be way off, they wouldn't. I've never had somebody treat me lovingly. They just look at me like there's something wrong with me. Because there is, I guess. But so, dating somebody who is more numerically dyslexic than me actually healed my heart. And that's my commentary on it. If your math is out of touch, it's very bad. When you're doing math, you want to be so in touch with your formulas that you get the correct number. And if you're out of touch with the correct number, I guess you could be such a mathematical genius that you were out of touch with the rest of the world in terms of being spectacular. But that's not what I think when I hear that. Dumb is not the same as numerically dyslexic. In numeric dyslexia, you get a special kind of anxiety when you can't do it right the first time. You get this beautiful wave of anxiety that makes the symptoms of the dyslexia even worse. So, for instance, you try to do math and the numbers scramble, like visually or mentally or both. And then when you tried to do math and you failed at math, you get anxious. And then the numbers scramble harder. That's not dumb. That is like a kaleidoscope instead of a viewing scope. And it's also a kaleidoscope of a malfunction in your processing of viewing the numbers and understanding the numbers. That's not dumb. That's wired different. One of my favorite memories of numeric dyslexia for me, or one of the most striking or like WTF moments was I'm actually better these days. I don't know if I'm more calmer or what, but I have a memory of not being able to take down a 10-digit or a 9-digit phone number. And I literally, for the life of me, could not take down 10 numbers. They kept on scrambling. They kept on reversing. They kept, I would tell you that they went upside down. They didn't, but they might as well have. That was like 5 years ago. Now that I think of it, I might have been doing something to make the dyslexia worse or to make my anxiety receptors worse at that time. So to say that I'm better now might be really, really true. But anyway, it is intermittent. Like my abilities of whatever you want to call it, they ebb and flow. Some days I will never mistake right and left. Some days I will always mistake right and left and literally like put myself in danger because I don't know which way is right or left. Damn, bro, my bad. Oh, the siren on the beach is telling her life story instead of singing. Are we ready? Do I have to pee? Do we even have the phone we need? Oh god. Is this it? Sweet, it was like on top of another phone and I didn't see it at first. Error. Error. Hi, Tricky Ricky. Error. Oh. Oh crap. I started thinking about it. Well, I wasn't even anxious. There's big things on the horizon. We gotta do some stuff. We get to do some stuff. We get to do whatever we want. And what we want is some big stuff. Not like that. But anyway. Ooh, this tea is some big stuff. Hot. He asked me if he can take me dancing on the first day. He asked me if he can take me dancing on the first day. Go with acapella everything. Damn, I can't sing without my backing tracks. We're gonna go sing without our backing tracks against our back. What do you want against your back? He asked me if he can take take me dancing on the first date. He asked me if he can take me dancing on the first date. That's better. He asked me if he can take me dancing on the first date. He asked me if he can take me dancing on the first date. He asks me if he can take me dancing on the first date. Hey, so if you can practice it with the vocal backtracks, you can practice it without the backtracks against your back. You can't even see my back, 'cause all of my hair. Let's try that again. He asked me if he can take me dancing on the first day. I secretly don't know the rest, how it goes. We never acapella this before. We're lost without the backing track. Honestly, I'm just glad I'm not so autistic I can't talk. No offense to everyone who's so autistic they can't talk. But I'm literally just glad I can talk. That's all I'm expecting from me, and that was a lot to expect. I love the people insulting me. Oh, here we go. Welcome to Buddhism. I love the people insulting me. I was legit singing the line. I'm so autistic. I'm grateful that I can talk. Some semblance of that lyric. So come at me, bro. I was literally just being grateful to talk, let alone have some kind of songwriting ability. Or, past the songwriting ability, the ability to perform your own songs. Do you know how hard it is? Okay, the hardest part about performing your own songs is just having the balls. Then after you have the balls, somebody's gonna talk bleep. So, first step is having the blank, and then having the blank to accept people talking crap after you give them your best. Never mind having songwriting ability. All you need is the nerve. I would play the Miley Cyrus Hannah Montana song about having nerve right now, but I don't own the rights to it. So. He asked me if he can take me dancing on the first day. Your best isn't good. Also, that was me imitating what somebody just said to me. I think your best is great. Thank you for trying. Also, shout out to the people who have differing numbers of chromosomes. People who have differing numbers of chromosomes are still human. Get out of here with this dehumanizing bull crap. Oh, what am I singing? I was just singing a known melody. That was a Sexy Red song. We would dead ass play that song right now. I might have to mute my mic and go listen to that. Do 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 do. Blank you blank. You know you're blank. Oh, it's that kind of party. I haven't listened to Sexy Red in a long time. Did she do something that offended me? I don't remember. What did she just like she cares about offending me? That's great. If I am under your bed, it is a fun role play, and you paid me. Otherwise, I'm going to inhabit hopefully less dusty places. No offense. Is under your bed dusty? Ah, do. I can play my music, bunnies. I have to pee, or we would ah. Hey, you want to know what a cool symptom of my schizophrenia is? I don't know if this is schizophrenia or not. It really is. When I close my eyes after gardening for hours, I see plants. Is that schizophrenia? Or is that like, what is that? I don't know, bro, but it's freaking amazing. I almost dropped the F bomb. A lot of the things that I see are literally plants that I ripped out of the earth. I feel like I'm seeing echoes of plant life, like energetically, after ripping it out of the earth, which is weird. But it's not negative, even though it was probably negative to the plants that I ripped out of the earth. Probably. This is Reishi herbal tea in a Trader Joe juice bottle. My fake reality. My fake reality. Where I shake it. You think it's concerning when I shake it? The psych ward doesn't want me back. Okay? The psych ward has confidence that all I'm gonna do is garden. That's literally. They let me out of the psych ward, and all I did was garden and make music and live happily ever after. So. I'm reading everyone else's. The train is coming. Shake what? Oh, somebody likes my neck. Accuse me of more stuff that's not true, bro. Oh no. I could guarantee you the psych ward people never thought about me again unless they were into hairy girls. And then somebody might be thinking about me. Somebody in the psych ward might want me to come back only if they really liked hairy girls. That's the only thing that I can think of. I am imaginative. I my plants are kind of like pets. Elon Musk really messed up Twitter. Twitter's a joke. After Elon Musk bought it, he bought it and made it hella weird. It's weird now. It was always weird, but oh boy. The only good part about Elon Musk buying Twitter was that it's like a wild, wild west for adult things now. But I liked it better when it was not a ridiculous cesspool. Like it used to be like like a legitimate source of people's thoughts. Now it's a cesspool. You know, okay, I would say the same about you, bro, but I didn't think about it until you said that about me. Hi. Hello to South Korea. Oh my god. It's a rainbow. It's a transcendental transcendentalating. It's a trance. What? I don't even remember what I was trying to say. Transcendental rainbow. Exactly. Does this look like the trans flag to you? If this looks like the trans flag to you, I don't really know what that says about you. LOL. I'm pretty sure, doesn't the trans flag just have like 2 or 3 colors? That's a whole lot of colors, bro. There's even like, I think there's a color that's missing. Yeah, I got like a pile of stupid stuff in front of the lowest chakra. There you go, coriander. Thank you for this fact. So the trans flag is pink, blue, and white. We're missing a white. And this is the crown chakra, and that's the throat chakra. And this is the third eye chakra, and that's the heart chakra, and that's the solar plexus chakra. And this is the sacral chakra, and down there is the root chakra. But if you look at this, then you see trans flags. I don't know. This is a rainbow. The chakras are a rainbow. The chakras aren't gay. They're just a rainbow. How do I know? God told me. Okay, I gotta pee. The concert was supposed to start like a long time ago. What's this song? I don't even remember. Oh my god, what a thing to forget. Here we go. I have to pee. I'm excited for the song. I think couldn't connect. Why can't you connect? Is it in the living room? Guess what I just learned? It's in the living room. I'll be right back. Let's restart it.
all of your previous lives. You remembered all your previous lives. Your pineal gland calcified. You ascended to the ninth dimension. The highest vibrational entities gave you a gospel. The universe is an egg, and you and me and them and it are all the same one person that you've always been. So many cartwheels. The centrifugal force helped you to perceive and release your root blockages. Your spirit traveled freely into the multiverse until it returned to this universe where you are now one with everything. And this is how you merge. So you must say this.
Wow. Again. I'm living the afterlife.
All your chakras opened, all of your previous lives. You remembered all your previous lives. Your pineal gland decalcified. You ascended to the ninth dimension. The highest vibrational entities gave you a gospel. The universe is an egg, and you and me and them and it are all the same one person that you've always been.
I think hi to be Ivy.
You did so many cartwheels. The centrifugal force helped you to perceive and release your root blockages. Your spirit traveled freely into the multiverse until it returned to this universe where you are now one with everything. And this is how you merge. You must say this. Say this. Say this. The new way to say hello, to say namaste, to say peace, and say this instead of amen. Say this instead of say this instead of say this and say it again and again. Say this. Say this. Say this. Say this.
That song is about what to say to achieve enlightenment in this age versus what they said already. Those two songs made me feel like Sailor Moon transforming into something, except I was sitting on my bed and there was plants instead of like Sailor Moon stuff. Remember I told you what are my symptoms? I don't know. I feel like, you know what? I don't feel like, what I'm about to talk about is literally a symptom of schizophrenia. But I never felt like it was a symptom of schizophrenia because it was so beautiful and so permeating. And I always wanted to drown in this. But I literally see plants after gardening. I just gardened for like 12 to 15 hours, if not 20 hours, in the course of 4 days. And staring at the plants for 5+ hours a day makes me see things. And I love it. I literally see vines everywhere and like all the plants that I pulled up and all the plants that I planted, the shapes of the leaves and the vines and the flowers aren't really here yet, but they'll be there later when I'm drowning in flowers. But yeah, I've been experiencing this symptom of whatever you want to call it for like 10 years or more. And if I stop gardening, it goes away. The internet's hilarious. I'm literally talking about life and love and plants and another member of humankind is doing something terrible. As I'm talking about plants and love and mankind. What's not in my garden, Alex? I have a crap ton of biennial and perennial things. Also, some of my biennials can go 3 years. What's a biennial that's going 3 years? A triennial? Is it just perennial then? It's not supposed to be perennial. But yeah. Anyway, I think the stuff that goes biennial just is going triennial because it didn't feel like winter happened. Oh. This is my medication. It's coffee. Some mud at the bottom. I take a vegan iron supplement. Not consistently. I should take it more consistently. This just hurt my gallbladder. Ow. Ow! That hurt. Succulents are fun. Those last two have an interesting reputation. Biennial is not what you said. There's an E, not an A. Well, there's an A at the end, but it's biennial. Yay! Cucumbers and lettuce like cooler weather, so you could start sooner than tomatoes. Tomatoes like heat. Oh my god. Biennial means that it grows for 1 year and then blooms on the second year. It's not the same as perennial because perennial comes back. And generally, things that are biennial are done after they bloom the second year, they're done. I mean, they die. And then they die. Well, whereas perennial stuff comes back for the third and usually fourth and fifth year. I don't know what qualifies as perennial, but I'd say at least 4 years. And like okay, so my most parsley is biennial. But besides parsley, the thing that I think of the most when I think of biennial plants is an evening primrose. Thank you, J. Marsh. Evening primrose is biennial. It looks like a little kale type cabbage rosette thing for a year, and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, but it doesn't go vertical. It just gets bigger this way, and the leaves get wider and longer, and it stays totally flat on the ground. And then the second year, it shoots up 7 feet, or it can, and good with proper growing conditions. These things grow 7 feet tall after being totally flat for a whole year. They're amazing. They're really important for birds. They make bird seed, basically. Last year, I tried to grow zinnias more than primroses, and it made my roommate really sad. Cilantro is really good. Oh, I should plant this. Cilantro is one of the first things I'm going to be planting. I wonder if I already did it in January. I might have already planted some cilantro in January. I don't remember. In the big garden. I've abandoned the big garden. I'm a bad lady anyway. Parsley is hard to grow. It's interesting that you say mint was easier than parsley. Mint is hard to grow from seed. But are you talking about growing it from seed? Or just from the plant? Because I was like, okay, I can't help you if you bought a plant and well, I can help you, don't get me wrong, but if you bought a plant and then killed it, that's a whole different story from trying to start a seed. But actually, oh, thank you, Anthony. You're Anthony, right? I think I remembered that. Oh, yes. I'm making the most of my weather. Yeah, okay, Serpent of Chaos. Mint is notoriously difficult to grow from seed. It's really easy to grow from cuttings, though, or just like thinning it out when it grows in a big giant wall. Anyway, parsley is hard to grow. It likes cooler weather. Well, once it's established, it can handle not cooler weather, but it likes to be started during the cooler weather. And honestly, those seedlings are some of the most delicate seedlings ever. My, I started some, I started some parsley in January and it still got dried out. I think my garden partner may have not noticed there was seedlings. I don't know, but I went over there and there was dead parsley in January and everything else was fine, but the parsley was fried already. So, yeah, parsley can't even make it in January. I don't know how much it was actually neglected by the person watering it. But I will say that everything else was fine. So, and I fail at parsley. I have failed at parsley for so many years. I had a little bit of success, but it was just literally leaving it with my garden partner. And I think she used some in food. I don't know. But yeah, I don't have the climate for parsley apparently. No, but I have grown pumpkins. My garden partner likes pumpkins more than me. She used to grow pumpkins. We had an issue where we didn't time the pumpkins right, so they weren't. By the time it was October, the pumpkins were already like done because they were done. They're like, okay, let me see. What do we do? We had the pumpkins by like the end of May. So May, June. Wait, no, like yeah, we had them in June. So June, July, August, September, October. Wait, no, we didn't have pumpkins in May. We must have had pumpkins in like June or July, but then we still had hella months till October. So I remember growing pumpkins for October, and they obviously she didn't time it. So, if you want pumpkins for October, you actually have to do some math. Also, I have a grow season that doesn't stop really. I mean, what stops it is like the sun, but like I have a grow season where you can time stuff to be still in the ground in October because it doesn't snow or whatever, or snow or get cold. So, not every growing climate can even time pumpkins to be ready in October necessarily. Also, if you're keeping the pumpkins in a dark root cellar, they might be better than if you just have them sitting on your table trying to make it to October. I'm more into zucchini than pumpkins. The zucchini spit out so hard. All they need is sunlight, and they will spit until you don't even like zucchini anymore. And zucchinis are hella expensive at the farmer's market. I could spend $10 on zucchini. Easy. So, zucchini are a hell of an investment. Zucchini will save you like $150 a year, bro. And then you'll have so many zucchinis, you'll make new friends with your zucchinis. Take the zucchini to a freaking food bank. Same thing with Armenian cucumbers. Armenian cucumbers aren't actually cucumbers. They're in the muskmelon family, but they spit hard. Ginger is a root. I've never grown ginger. It's not known for being prolific. That's why it's so expensive. I mean, I'm sure it's not. I've never grown ginger. I don't know how prolific it is, but I've never seen people talk about getting pounds of ginger and stuff like that. I don't know. So, ginger is expensive. That leads me to believe that it's not as abundant as Armenian squash or whatever. Squash. I'm meaning cucumbers, which are also expensive, but that's just because they're amazing. That's an adult subject. Thanks for triggering me, though, bro. I was supposed to start the concert. We started talking about plants. Damn, Serpent of Chaos. Yeah. That leads me to believe that ginger. Well, I just know that ginger is harder to grow. It's like garlic. It takes, like. I actually don't know that it's like garlic. I think it's like garlic. Mmm. I'm having, I think, I'm not, well, I offered my assistance. I think they'll take me up on it too, because why wouldn't you? I offered my assistance to help with some of my friends, my friends, uh, make a new garden. I'm really excited about that. I was like, I'll throw some ginger over there. I'll get back to you on the ginger. Ooh, do you know they have blue turmeric roots? Don't even get me started. Blue turmeric, bro. What? Okay. I'm about to drop like $150 on turmeric, ginger, turmeric, orange turmeric, blue turmeric, and ginger. Swear to God. I'm not. I have to do my taxes before I grow crazy stuff. But anyway, hi. Not that I don't order. Oh, I ordered more seeds last night. I did. I ordered more seeds last night. I forgot what I ordered. It was only $20 with shipping. Hi, Mikey. Nice to see you again. I think I remember you. Hi, welcome to my day job. Anthony helped me make the minimum wage in Georgia. Thank you, Anthony. I made the minimum state wage in Georgia. Aren't you impressed? I'm a full-time YouTuber. Well, I'm a content creator, first and foremost. Hi. I'm really into fishing, gardening. I produce music. I'm starting to sound like one of those people who has like varied interests. I'm a well-rounded person these days. Wow. I used to be really fixated on certain things. Now we've become a well-rounded person. Yay! I still get really fixated, but yeah. Amen. I'm the CEO. Actually, I'm gonna start street performing a little bit. I dare say that some street performances are coming up. I'm excited. Uh, Quite literally, well, we'll see how it goes. I might decide that I'd rather isolate myself on the internet, but or we'll see if I like the real world. We'll see how this pans out. The biggest fish. I love this question. Thank you for asking. The biggest fish I've ever caught was this big. My fishing partner thought I was using a fishing lure. So I pull in this tiny little rainbow baby trout. And my fishing partner's said, he forgot. Okay, I was using a spinner. And he thought that I was using a different lure. And he's like, wow, those fishing lures look so real. And it was a little baby fish. He's like, wow, those fishing lures look like real fish. And then he's like, oh, that is a real fish. It was my first fish. His commentary on my first real fish was so funny. It kind of spoiled it. I'm good. Hi, Ace Finale. I'm good. I just gardened for 2 days in a row. Also, I have been fishing through. I've been fishing. It feels like I've been fishing 6 months, but I think I've only really been fishing like 2 months because I got my fishing license I think I got my fishing license in October or November of last year. And then I got so into YouTube that I did not have the energy to go fishing for like a month. I did not have it in me to go anywhere. And then I literally got healthier and gained a crap ton of endurance. And now I can go fishing for 5 hours, and it's like a drop in the bucket of my energy, and it's all good now. Thank God. I'm not from Georgia. Where's my accent? Why ain't I a Georgia peach? If I'm from Georgia, why ain't I a Georgia peach? My dad thought that I wanted to do electronic music performances. He doesn't know that I want to do my ballads first. Maybe not ballad, my normal songs, my white girl with a guitar songs. Hi. Hey, Josh. You see this color? There's more than one Josh. Hi. What? What kind of Mediterraneans? This is my favorite kind of Mediterranean coffee. I don't even advise it. That's cool, Ty. Oh, I forgot to talk about my feelings. If I weren't trying to eat that fish for dinner, then I would never fish. But I legit want to eat a giant ass rainbow trout for dinner. So I am willing to go get a giant ass rainbow trout. I am not like, I mean, it is what it is in terms of predatory mammalian behavior. I don't eat red meat because my system can't spiritually handle it. I have been eating a lot more than usual. I ate a lot of pork at Christmas time. Then I forgot why I stopped. I made myself really sick with a lot of pork in like January. Not as sick as people who get sick off of pork might have gotten sick. But oh boy, I got uncomfortable. And then I was like, nah. I think the fish do have feelings, but I literally want to feel what it feels like to eat them. It's a very self-centered, egotistical situation. I've never said it was anything else. Also, I'm a Buddhist and a Hinduist, and then I became a fisher. Quite honestly, I eat birds from factory farming. So if you eat factory farmed animals, that's like super evil. And so I would rather fish my protein out of the river and eat it fresh as all get out. Also, when you fish your food out of the river, you're the one handling it. When you let other people handle your meat, you're I guess there are farms that I could trust, but quite honestly, you're putting a lot of trust in your factory farms and then the refrigeration systems and then all the handling and like when you eat factory farmed meat, you're eating meat that has literally and figuratively touched the hands of so many people. And so your moral situation, like you outsourced taking the life of another living being. You let somebody else do that for you spiritually. One. And then they literally touched it. Like your meat is going through this nasty factory and people are touching your meat. And it's all like dissected by these nasty machines and then put into plastic and styrofoam. And then more people touch it, and then even more people touch it, and machines touch it, and you're counting on refrigeration systems, you're counting on sanitation systems from other people, and all the chemicals, on all the sanitation. Oh, and then like the whole building that you're eating factory farmed meat from is nasty as all hell. So the whole building itself has like pest control chemicals on it, or if you're lucky, you have pest control chemicals. If you're less lucky, you have pests and all the bacteria that comes from rats and birds and squirrels and God knows what else that happens. You know, when you own a building, there's animals everywhere, especially when there's food products, like all the meat juice. All the meat juice attracts animals. Rats. So, if you're not fishing your food out of the river, then you're slinging your meats through some nasty factory and letting other people touch your meat and then you're having it shipped in refrigerated trucks to your grocery store, and then other people are touching your meat, and then you touch the meat, and then the cashier touches the meat, and then you get to take it home and have touched meat. Or you can fish it out the river and then put it on ice and then take it home and then prepare it in your kitchen where you can make sure there's no rats or birds or pestilence or random people you don't know touching it. You don't got to ship it nowhere. There's no carbon footprint besides the gas that you use to go to the river and back. Anyway, that's me. Yes. Oh, the farming runoff in the river is, yeah, that's the trade-off. You don't sling your meat through the factory farm. But yeah, the river goes against the farmland for sure. You got to go up to the mountains if you want to get the fish that ain't been slung through the chemical waste from the farms. Oh, by the way, they're city fishing too. The rivers in the city. Oh boy, you want to go fishing in E. coli? Or you want to go up the mountain a little bit to dilute the, or just like, okay, so you got the city where people are crapping on the river. You gotta go to the mountains where people crap less on the river. Anyway. I said that I ate a lot of pork during Christmas. Also, not all pork is created equal. Where are you getting your pork, bro? What? Living Satori? Living Satori, your sentence had typos in it and I didn't understand you. If you say I'm not right, what I would like to hear your insider take. I have poor eyesight, arguably. I'm leaning my head forward to read it. I'm okay with animals pooping in the river. I'm not like anti that. There's a far cry from wild animals pooping in the river to having homeless encampments with like 50 people without sanitation on the river. There's a big difference between wild animals pooping in the wild and encampments with no sanitation and dozens of people. I have never pooped in the river. No. I've thought that I might. I thought that today might have been the day a couple times. Actually, the last time I was at the river, I was like, is today the day? JK, that's not legal. Don't do that. Also, you can take it with you, and you should. But yeah. Anyway, ta-da, great conversation. Do 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 do. My neighbors like me. I'm a plant lady. Being a plant lady makes you really likable just because you're like spewing flowers everywhere and it's fun to talk about. Also, my neighbors love my roommate. He's really nice. So I'm represented well in the world. I'm about to get some new neighbors, actually. Oh, God. Pray for me. Oh, did I break a nail? Oh my God, I did. What the heck? I just put my hair through my hand. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. Oh my God, it was huge. Okay, I broke a nail alive. I should have used the clippers. Ew. I plead the fifth on the clippers. Okay. I have to go to the bathroom again. I didn't even start the concert. Worst siren ever. We discussed the psych ward earlier. As I said, the psych ward does not want me back. And the only context upon which I think that the psych ward would have ever thought about me ever again was if they liked hairy girls, because that's a special event. Hairy women, obviously. LOL. Okay, I gotta pee. It's real. I'll be right back.
Battery 90%. Connected to April.
Listen, all your chakras.
I'll be right back.
I just remember I went all the way. I love it when you do that thing I can't write. I love it when I love it. I love it when we go all the way. I just remembered I went all the way. I love it when you do that thing I can't write. I love it when I love it. I love it when we go all the way. I just remembered I went all the way. I love it when you do that thing I can't write. I love it when I love it. I love it when we go all the way. I just remembered I went all the way. I love it when you do that thing I can't write. I love it, I love it. I love it when we go all the way.
Self-discipline, maybe. Hi. Oh my god, self-confidence is great. Somebody just said, imagine if a guy was this cringe. He would have 0 viewers. I took in what somebody said, and my first thought is like, if I was a man, you think I wouldn't have a gaggle of women all fawning over me? I don't even have to be a man for that, do I?
I just remembered I went all the way. I love it when you do that thing I can't write. I love it when I love it. I love it when we go all the way. I just remembered I went all the way. I love it when you do that thing I can't write. I love it when I love it. I love it when we go all the way. I just remembered I went all the way. I love it when you do that thing I can't write. I love it when I love it. I love it when we go all the way. I just remembered I went all the way. I love it when you do that thing I can't write. I love it when I love it. I love it when we go all the way.
Is that your vocals though? I love it. Somebody just asked me, did she sing this song? I was like, did you not just see me sing it? Okay. I'm supposed to be writing down all the tracks. I tried to write it on paper, then I lost my pen and I gave up. Thank you, Serpent of Chaos, for that sunny balloon. That was a big one. Thank you. I'm actually practicing. I'm doing something right now. But if you super chat me, I will play whatever you want. I can only play PinkMoonLust songs. We can make a new song. Thank you, AOL dial-up. That's a vibe. I like your username. Okay. So the first one on the list is I just remembered I went all the way. Then the next song we're gonna listen to. Oh. Let's go ahead and make a new folder. What the hell? I misclicked. Okay, so the next one is oh, well, oh crap. What? What did I do? Are you kidding me? I don't know what I just did, but whatever. Okay, next song.
He asks me if he can take me dancing on the first date, and suddenly I'm in a 10 feet deep trance. No. He asks me if he can take me dancing on the first date. No. I'm hopelessly entranced, remembering us dance. No, dance without music on our first date. Dance without music unless the music was just weird. When, how could I want to dance with anyone, anywhere else? He asks me if he can take me dancing on the first date. No, I'm in a 10 feet deep trance. No. He asks me if he can take me dancing on the first date. No, I'm hopelessly entranced, remembering us dance. Dance without music on our first date. Dance without music unless the music was just wind. How could I want to dance with anyone, anywhere else?
Without wind? I mean, without music? With the wind?
lettuce. Salad, salad, salad. I'm going to honor you. Maybe the people want a dictator. Maybe the people want to be oppressed. Maybe the people want a fascist pig. Or maybe the people want a pervert. Or maybe people want a serial killer. Or maybe the people want a total war. If that's what you want, if that's what you want, if that's what you want. Maybe the people want to be occupied. Maybe the people want to be colonized. Maybe the people want to be dominated. Maybe the people want to be annihilated. Maybe the people want to be left behind. Or maybe the people want to be gentrified. If that's what you want, if that's what you want, if that's what you want, if that's what you want. Maybe the people want to be silenced. Maybe the people want to be compliant. Maybe the people want to be divided. Maybe the people want to be in cages. Maybe the people want to be enslaved. Maybe the people want to be displaced. If that's what you want, 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 they just wanna be told what to do. They just wanna be told what to do. They just wanna be told what to do. They just wanna be told what to do.
This is my song. I haven't listened to this song since I read The Tip of the Iceberg of the Blapstein Files. And I screamed. I screamed. I screamed. Maybe the people want a pervert. Maybe the people want a man who wrote poetry for Jeffrey Blapstein.
We both know I love you. The pie in the sky fantasy, be that I could trust you, trust you, trust you. We both know I love you. Did I prove it? Did I prove it? What did I prove? We both know I love you. The fantasy I could ever trust you. That I could ever trust you with anything. That I could ever trust you with anything. We both know I love you. The pie in the sky fantasy, being I could trust you, trust you, trust you. We both know I love you. Did I prove it? Did I prove it? What did I prove? We both know I love you. The fantasy I could ever trust you. That I could ever trust you with anything. That I trust you with anything.
I'll sing that song twice, or I'm gonna double it. Here we go.
We both know I love you. The pie in the sky fantasy, be that I could trust you, trust you, trust you. We both know I love you. Did I prove it? Did I prove it? What did I prove? We both know I love you. The fantasy I could ever trust you. That I could ever trust you with anything. That I could ever trust you with anything. We both know I love you. High in the sky fantasy, being that I could trust you, trust you, trust you. We both know I love you. Did I prove it? Did I prove it? What did I prove? We both know I love you. The fantasy I could ever trust you. That I could ever trust you with anything. That I could ever trust you with anything.
Well, I accidentally forgot to write down everything. Damn it. See, I can't even do this. What are the other songs? Can't write them down. Double lettuce. Crown chakra wide open. dancing on the first date. We both know I love you. Okay. That's what I'm trying to do, and I can't even do it. I do want to do performance art. Okay. Next. What's this one? No, okay.
Imagining what you imagine. I erupt imagining what you imagine evil is. I smile imagining you finally keeping yourself away from evil, evil, evil. I erupt imagining keeping you from evil, protecting you. How I ever had the will to protect you. How I ever had the will to protect you. I erupt imagining whatever you imagine. I erupt imagining whatever you tell me. I imagine us never being evil. I erupt. I erupt. I erupt. Imagining what you imagine. I erupt. Imagining what you imagine evil is. I smile, imagining you finally keeping yourself away from evil, 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 evil. I erupt, imagining keeping you from evil, protecting you. How I ever had the will to protect you. How I ever had the will to protect you. I erupt imagining whatever you imagine. I erupt imagining whatever you tell me. I imagine us never being evil. I erupt. I erupt.
Okay. Oh no. You think I give up about not seeing your garbage again? Oh yes. Y'all are such full of garbage. Y'all are such fullness of such garbage. Yeah. You think. Have you ever been to a psych ward? You think the people in the psych ward are like self-sufficient and happy in creating art? Well, I hope they are. But no. You go to the psych ward when you need help. This is not what needing help looks like. I'm chilling. I'm gonna put my Adam's apple all up on the camera just for you. Oh, When you went to the psych ward, did you see people making art and singing and smiling? You must have been at the best psych ward ever, where they rehabilitate you the moment you step through the door. You're all singing. Did they dose you with something really good when you get to that place? Okay. uh, Jenkins, if it was very hard for me to handle rude behavior and comments, I wouldn't put myself through this. I'm not saying that the mental comments aren't like a cheese grater, because it's literally like a mental cheese grater. Humanity is not designed to spew hatred towards each other, or like we're undesigning what humanity is, spewing hatred towards each other. But no, human mammals, the mammal human consciousness is not designed to be like downtrodden consistently. But no, if it was very hard for me to handle rude comments, I wouldn't put myself on YouTube. So it's not very hard for me to handle rude comments. I feel like it's harder for the people to continue being hateful and rude in their own lives. What I'm witnessing is a detriment in other people's souls. When I think of the very hard parts of getting rude comments, the hard part is in y'all's souls. It's hard for me to watch other people suffer so intensely that they try to make other people suffer. But the pain is in you, not me. In fact, the people who say hateful comments are in so much pain that they literally try to put the pain on other people. So for me, the cycle stops here. You can try to put whatever you want to put on me, and I'm not going to put that back on you. I'm going to call you out. This is coffee with mud at the bottom. The mud tastes good. This is coffee. I'm not really offended by what that dude just said or like whatever, but I'm not gonna subject my audience to it. Then there's fighting words. Somebody just asked me a bunch of times to play the Jack song, and I ignored them. What kind of artist am I? Let's see if I can find it.
Do you have a jack, electric, electric? Can I get a jack?
By request.
Jack, electric. Do you have a jack, Can I get a jack, electric? Do you have a jack, electric?
I can only play PinkMoonLust songs, so stop yelling at me to play stuff that I don't own. Yes, Scott.
Can I get a?
Or else.
Do you have a? Do you have a jack? Can I get a jack? Do you have a jack? Can I get a jack? Electric. Do you have a jack? Can I get a jack?
I gotta pee.
Do you have a?
Do you have a bathroom? I'll be right back.
Do you have a jack? Can I get a jack? Electric. Do you have a jack? Can I get a jack? Electric. Do you have a jack? Do you have a electric? Do you have a electric? Do you have a jack? Can I get a jack? Electric. Do you have a jack? Can I get a jack? Electric. Do you have a jack? Can I get a jack? Can I get a jack? Do you have a jack? Can I get a electric? Do you have a electric? Do you have a jack? Can I get a jack? Electric. Do you have a jack? Can I get a jack? Electric. Do you have a jack? Can I get a
Foul Guy. I've never heard Foul Guy. And I just play music and make you look at this. Ooh. Thanks, Whoa. Do you see how sensitive I am? Oh my god. Why would I do that? Lolly loo lee loo. Thank you for the hot cocoa, Scott! Scott just got me to Georgia State minimum wage with that hot cocoa. Thank you. Ivan. Super chat me. Georgia state minimum wage is $5.15. Interestingly, that's below the federal minimum wage of $7.25. In my country, which is good old America. Did I write a rumbling song? Bro, Chevy Blue. Minimum wage differs based on the state and even parts of the state. The cities. Oh, thank you. Still me for the super chat. Yay! Did that song end? Wow. Yes. In order to pay your employees $5.15, you have to have like less than 5 employees or something. Oh God, I don't know. Tell that to the politicians, Chevy Blue. Did you know that some parts of the United States have a state minimum wage of $5.15? Hi, Michelle. Nice to see you. The goal of this stream? I was gonna say something like to get paid, but then as soon as I had that answer in my head, I had something like spiritual. Like I would rather give you a spiritual awakening than get money, to be honest. But you know, money costs food. I meant that the other way around, but would I rather eat or give you a spiritual awakening? My answer was the second one, but I have problems eating, so that might not count. Ashni. You're free now. Me blowing your nose, wait, I meant to, oh God. Me blowing my own nose is going to enlighten you. Okay. Do you like it when I wipe my nose on my arm? Is that your favorite thing in the world? Okay. I just puked on your puking about me. The cycle continues. Why would I get what? Who gets who? What sick? I'm not getting sick. Why would I'm chilling? Actually, the amount of social situations that I did, the amount of social situations that I put myself in without getting sick, I admire my immune system. In fact, I thought I was getting sick a couple months ago and I chugged some of that homemade elderberry syrup that my relative made for me and I didn't get sick. Shout out to the elderberries, bro. Yep, I wipe snot on my face compulsively. If that's the worst thing I do today, I'm okay with it. Do, 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 do. Yes, elderberry is amazing. I'm going to be making some elderberry juice in real life soon. I'm going to film it and make content with the make the how to make the elderberry juice, y'all. Okay. Hi, thank you, Michelle. Thank you for the cheerleading. You don't trust elderberries? Well, get yourself a bush. Get yourself an elderberry bush and plant it in an appropriately sunny location with some appropriately fertilized soil. Like, put it in the ground or in a container, but I like the ground, bro. If you got ground, put it in the ground. Anyway, put your elderberry bush in the ground and give it a couple seasons. And then see if you trust the elderberries. And if you don't trust the elderberries, then sell them. Like, pick the berries and go sell them. Or sell the berry picking rights to somebody else. Or dig up the whole damn bush and sell that untrustworthy bush. That's all I can counsel you if you don't trust the elderberries. Avikara Snivi Rarivi Amai. Potts is chillin'. I have, thank the Lord, earth here, but I also have quite a bit of cement patio. And I have plantered out the cement patio for certainly. So all you really need is sun. It doesn't matter what's on the ground. You just need sun. And water, I guess. You need cubic feet and water and sun. I could grow plants on a ship, I think. It would be a trip, but yeah. You literally just need sun and water. You need a lot of water. Maybe not a lot of water, but definitely water. I guess you could have a you could get the salt out of the seawater. I can't say it. Desalination? Take the salinity out of the seawater. I was not aware that I could not say that word. Bro. Serpent of Chaos. I get the one twomp on it. I'm prepared for the one twomp. The stuff on my back fence needs to be able to handle the one twomp. The stuff that gets... Okay, so my front garden gets beam blasted to hell. The front has to be able to handle the one twomp. Anything you put out in the front has to be able to handle the one twomp all day, or you're setting something up for failure. That being said, I have the front planted for winter. It's still winter. So I planted stuff that would be fried in the one twomp, and it's chilling. But we'll see what happens. Two things are going to happen. It's going to be mild for so long that everything's going to be fine, A. Or it's going to one twomp it up in how many months? Let's see. We're at March. So it might be ready to one twomp it up, and I'm more like 115, but you have to be prepared for the one twomp. So in 3 to 4 months, we could be sitting at 115 degrees Fahrenheit. And two things are going to happen. The stuff that I planted 4 months ago, I might let it just fry and see if it's able to hang out on. Or we might transplant it all. But Michelle, last year was incredibly mild. We didn't hit one twomp. We barely hit 110. My climate in my lifetime has been known to hit... I remember hitting like 110 degrees. We hit 110 degrees for like 25 days straight. 110 or more for like 25 plus days straight. That's what's in my consciousness as a possibility. That's what I'm gearing up for in general. Last year was a walk in the picnic cake farm compared to 115 for 25 days. We did not have 115 for 25 days. I felt like I wasn't even where I am. It was so mild. It was intensely mild. So here's the thing. If climate change has sucker punched my climate into being something different. The stuff that I planted in January might be able to chill the whole bleeping year. I might be able to just like tuck the winter plants into some like tall stuff, or like shade them with geraniums or something like that. Or like there's some possibility that the amount of 6-foot tall primroses that I have might create like a canopy enough to where I don't need to transplant the stuff I planted in January. So that's one option. It could be, I called it apocalyptically mild. It changed everything. It was a whole different climate, and I wasn't complaining because it was literally like beautiful instead of frying. So how can you argue with that? But the tomatoes didn't grow the same, bro. And that, I'm not really into that at all. I wanted, this was the first year gardening. I moved away for a couple years, and I came back here ready for some tomato pump. And I didn't get the tomato pump last year that I was looking for. I'm not saying we had a shortage of tomatoes. We just didn't get the giant nuclear sun blast that is the tomato pump that I'm talking about. There's the dead of summer where the tomatoes are already 5 feet tall or more, where the tomatoes are sprawling like hell and heaven and all that. And so you pick all the tomatoes, and then the 110-degree heat just like you literally like spew tomatoes. You spew tomatoes, the likes of which is just, it doesn't even seem right. I didn't get the frickin' spewing of tomatoes last year that I wanted because of the mild summer, but it's like whatever. Anyway. We didn't need any more tomatoes, but that's not the point. No, I did not feed all the tomatoes to the kids, and I would have needed, if I had like 5 kids, I would have wanted more tomatoes last year because I would have been popping them like candy into the children. That sounded weird, but feeding them to the kids. Anyway. Amen, Liberty. Namaste. So, the stuff in the front yard. If we have an apocalyptically mild, if honestly, if we have a year like last year, I can tuck that stuff in some sunflowers and some zinnias, and the primroses will create a canopy, and the geraniums will be there, and we're gonna have morning glories too, if all like, and one more, sweet peas and morning. Wait, the sweet peas are fried. Sorry, the morning glories can be the umbrella, not the sweet peas. Anyway, so I would make a canopy for the stuff, possibly. So the 2 options. It's going to be mild, or I can make a canopy if it's like not mild. Or the 3rd option, if it's apocalyptically hot out there. If I see the nasturtiums and the sweet peas start to burn, and it just doesn't seem morally sound, then I will transplant them to the shadiest spot. But that's me in the front garden box in winter, and spring and summer. Oh, and fall and winter and spring again. That's my favorite movie. You can super chat me for a spin. Oh, wait, no. Never mind. Don't do it. Don't do it. False advertisement. I forgot what dress I'm wearing. Nope. This is the no spin. This might as well be a shirt. My bad. Anyway. I need to plant the peas. Peas. I have pea seeds I need to plant. Is this segueing into me going to play in the garden? The beat has to drop. It does. Yesterday, I transplanted the gardenia. I've been needing to transplant the gardenia for over 5 years. It's kind of beautiful. I did it. It looks happy. You know what? Today is windy as hell. Today is super windy. I wasn't that excited about the wind because I'm watching the plant. Okay. Did I even tell you? I don't think I told you. Spoiler alert. The gardenia split apart in 2 pieces. I went to try. I wasn't gonna. I didn't know that I could easily. What's it called? Divide it. I didn't know how easy it would be to divide it, but I knew that I could. I thought about dividing it, and then I just didn't want. I didn't want to rip it apart. I wasn't motivated to divide it for anything reason of my own volition. I wasn't greedy. I wasn't trying to take the plant and rip it apart. I literally just wanted to put it in the sunlight. So namaste to that. But as I went to transplant the giant, this was like the biggest, most expensive plant I've ever transplanted. I mean, if you tried to buy this size of a gardenia at the store, it would cost a lot. Anyway, so I'm transplanting the gardenia and it goes in 2 pieces. I look at it and I was like, there's no point in putting these 2 pieces together at all. So I put one over here, and then there's a pineapple sage right here. And then I put one on the other side of the pineapple sage. And it's literally in the sunniest part of the yard. So we should get some bleeping gardenias. What's my contingency plan if the gardenias burn? Okay, if the gardenias start to burn, I will move a pot of sunflowers in front of them. Ta-da. Gardening in this climate is hilarious. You have to either know what can get blasted, or you have to know what can't get blasted, know what can get blasted, and then you have to layer them accordingly. And also, for instance, part of my yard has the fence shading it. So there's part of the yard that I can't really grow seedlings in that well, but it's perfect shade. So what I more or less have to do is start shade seedlings in direct sunlight, make them strong enough to be little plants, and then put them in the super shade, and then they're fine. But they can't start in the shade. I've tried to start so many things in the shade and gotten nowhere. that I won't even try it anymore. But it's so funny because like violas and pansies and stock flowers and some other things that don't like to get fried, they would do great there in like late, like April or May. They would be happy as a clam over there, but I can't start them in February over there, so there's just no freaking light. It's cold and it's dark and nothing freaking grows over there. But if I were to grow the same thing for like 2 months over there and then move it into the dark, it would be totally happy in May. Gardening really takes nuance and an understanding of light and nature and growth habits and the ability of plants to either like so like it's all about which plants with what lighting and what level of moisture and what level of fertilization. It seems really complicated, but every plant needs three things: certain type of fertilizer, a certain level of irrigation, aka water, and a certain amount of sunlight. And if you give a plant these things and you make sure that other external factors aren't like there's some random stuff that will screw you up, like bugs, you're screwed. There are some awful fungal diseases out there that will get in the way of your 1, 2, 3 success. You can't certain types of plants, you have to make sure the roots are covered. Other types of plants have visible roots and you shouldn't cover them. So there's like the 1, 2, 3 thing to success, but then there's like 10 other things on a general level that you need to pay attention to plants, like pestilence, disease, roots. Like the point that the plant is in the ground, you can't have the roots covered with too much dirt and you can't have the roots exposed. And like both of these things are so bad. Like if you have too much dirt on the roots, you can cause root rot. If you don't have enough dirt on the roots, you're exposing roots and you're burning the roots and your roots can't get enough nutrients. So there's that. Bye. AI-driven agriculture? Are the robots hungry? They want your water. I don't know. Okay. I didn't even say it. Yesterday I gardened, so I gardened too much yesterday and my body gave out. Oh my God. So I lay down in bed to take a rest. I couldn't get back up hardly. I couldn't get out of bed. Oops. I recovered magically. But oh my God, I felt all big and tough, like, oh, I can garden forever. I can go fishing forever. I can garden forever. Oh no, bro, sis. I literally should have done 2 hours less things yesterday. I sound like an old lady for real. I overdid it in the garden yesterday. Oh boy. I'm really grateful that I can recover that rapidly in the first place. Hallelujah. Oh, bro. Ooh, my muscles feel crazy. Ah! Sorry. Jesus Christ Almighty. Okay, well, I'm surprised I feel okay. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah. Gardening is so amazing. You think it's some like womanly pursuit or something. Oh, oh, oh. It's so much. It's so hard. Occasionally, when I'm lifting things I can barely lift, or like going until exhaustion. What is it? Going until failure. Failure. The word is failure. At the gym, you go until failure. I garden until failure. I literally garden until failure. Like a weightlifter going at the gym until failure. I go at it until I cannot move. I didn't realize I was not going to be able to stand up yesterday, but oh my God. I was laying right here and I stood up and my back went, and I'm like, oh, okay. I repent. I like threatened to go out and I'm like, oh, it's that serious. It's that serious. I didn't know it was that serious. Okay. I'll like go take an Advil. It's that serious. That serious. Okay. Alright, I'm getting the garden bug. Thankfully, metaphorically. I'm feeling like I want to go get gardening. Also, I have like 500 types of plants. Oh, that translates. Oh, Christ on a cracker. I have. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna. Ooh, crap. I found a weird ass bug the other day. Let me make sure. I forgot to. Let me Google this real fast. Thank you for asking with the super chat, Serpent of Chaos. Let's take. No, hell no. Say. I don't know what I found yesterday. It was this weird caterpillar thingy. Might have literally been a caterpillar. I don't know, but I don't think I squished it. Are you dealing with house plants? Serpent of Chaos? Are you dealing with house plants or outdoor plants? Mediterraneans. I'm all waiting excitedly. Wait, does that mean indoors you have like a sunroom? What are we talking about? You said yeah. So that you said yes to being an indoor plant. Honestly, the indoor situation is screwed. I would take. Wait, I don't. Wait, what types of plants are we talking about? I was imagining, like, for instance, I've gotten ant infestations out of house plants. Um, so I don't know anything about the plant that you just mentioned to know whether or not what I'm about to say would totally destroy it. But I don't have houseplants, first of all. My roommate is a nightmare with indoor plants. No matter where the frickin' plants are, he will knock them over or put stuff on top of them or move them. And I've given up. But anyway, um, all the plants that I got rid of ants in, I was able to kind of like drown all the ants out of and then repot into ant-free soil. I've never dealt with mealybugs, but I have gotten fleas off of a cat. So, same principle, right? You just get the fleas off of it. You comb your plant. I don't know. So what I would do is take the plant outside and spray the mealy. Wait, I don't even know where I would want the mealybugs though. I don't know, dude. Oh, I would take the plants far away to my driveway in the cement and spray them off. But I don't know if your plants that you're talking about can handle it. So, but I couldn't handle the mealybugs anyway, so I would actually probably get rid of all the mealybugged plants, even if they were my best friends, and then restart the whole freaking grow up. Because you don't want to be taking mealybugs into the world anyway. So, I mean, like, just imagine that. If you go to your friend's house that has plants, you could be taking mealybugs with you, and that's just not right. So, honestly, I would, yeah, no matter what the plants were, I would take them outside, spray the freaking bugs off, and then replant them in clean soil in a different pot. And then I would quarantine them somewhere, and then make sure the house had enough time to. I don't even know the lifespan of them. I have nothing about mealybugs or the lifespan, but I would make sure that the indoor area was free of mealybugs, and then I'd reintroduce the quarantine plants. Well, I'd literally give it like 2 weeks on the quarantine, and then make sure there's no mealybugs. And if I didn't see any freaking mealybugs, I'd put the plants back where they were, and then pray. That's cool, Michelle. I'm hungry. Hi. I like frogs. I don't know what's for lunch. I should make soup, but I'm a bad lady. I don't know who that is, Dave. Oh crap. Bootless. Plague of frogs. My family had an in-ground pool, and then my family broke apart. And the pool got neglected also. Oh, were you my neighbors? Anyway, I forgot about my family home's pool turning green and how creepy that was. And we would still swim in it with the algae. And I forgot about that. And then I had like a dream about it. And it was like Stephen King's Silence of the Lamb type of horror movie vibes. And it was so weird to dream about it like that. I dreamt about that weird algae pool, and the symbolism of the pool was so weird. It was like, I don't even know how to explain how horror story encapsulated it was, but it was like really traumatic to see the pool covered in algae. Thank you, Stephen, for the Sunday and the flower. Oh, we just got the Georgia state minimum wage, everyone. Thank you. Back to Georgia state minimum wage. Time passes. Really freaking disturbing, Locke. What? Thank you, Alpha. The gynecologist said there are no growths and that I'm pretty pink and perfect. I stuttered. They said I was perfect. I'm not going to repeat the other word again. Anyway. LOL, Locke. Jezebel! Shout out to all the real Jezebels. Jezebel. Jezebel. I gotta pee.
Battery 80%. Connected to Icarus.
Jezebel demon. 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 Jezebel. Demon. Jezebel demon. 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 Jezebel. Demon. Jezebel demon. 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 Jezebel demon. Jezebel demon. 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 Jezebel demon. Jezebel demon. Jezebel demon. Jezebel demon.
I'd like to point out that I wasn't doing anything Jezebel demon-y before y'all started talking about Jezebels. So maybe the Jezebel demons are from your eyes.
Jezebel demon. 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 Jezebel. Demon. Jezebel demon. Demon. Jezebel. Jezebel demon. 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 Jezebel
Am I rage baiting you? Maybe the rage is from your eyes. Or am I spiritually baiting you? Maybe the rage is from your eyes. Maybe the rabies are from your eyes. Thank you, Foul Guy. In my early YouTube days, I was called a Jezebel enough times to write a song about it. Also, my roommate calls me Jezebel sometimes. Not lately, but so I personally resonate with the nickname Jezebel. Oh God. Keep diagnose me harder, Poppy Doctor. Dr. Poppy. Thank you, stranger. Bleh. 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 I know, raspberries. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Do do do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Do do do. Oh, I started doing something like random computer work. Okay, I have to eat breakfast. That's not good. That's the first time I tried to whistle that song. Bad. Okay, I'm hungry. Ow. I have a pimple on my nose. I'm not perfect. I can't even see it. Oh, never mind, I'm perfect. Okay. 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 I hit the brick wall not eating breakfast. Don't do that. Ugh. Okay. Thank you for joining me on this 3-hour stream. I made Georgia State minimum wage. I'm actually stoked. Thank you. I'm gonna eat food and then I don't know. I'm hungry. Okay, bye. Oh wait, I have to wait 53 more seconds. Hi, I'm saying goodbye because I'm kind of obsessed with making it like, come on, it's 2:59. I'll just stay here for 40 seconds and make it say 3. Hi. Sorry. Do. Oh God. My favorite food is probably burritos or sandwiches, which means a lot of things. Alright, I'm gonna go eat breakfast. I should have ate it already. I'll be better once I eat breakfast. I'm gonna garden. Oh, I have a billion seeds to plant. And I noticed that I have some succulents that like all the sun in the world. They're like cacti. I have some cacti sun-friendly succulents that are under some geraniums and roses, and I forgot that they existed. The roses and the geraniums swamped my cacti garden, And I forgot they existed. And I looked over there and they're like green when they're supposed to be black. Oh my God. So I think before I plant seeds, I need to get the geraniums and the roses off of my black rose succulents, which are freaking green. They should be black. My bad. I forgot that they were there. Luckily, they're hardcore. These are like almost indestructible ones. Ones. These plants are almost indestructible. I want to tell you how many situations I've seen these plants withstand, because what does that say about my gardening? But let's just say these are rugged. I want to time out, foul guy. JK. Okay. Okay, bye. I'm hungry. Okay, bye. Super chat me $50 and I'll stay here. Shoot. Yeah, I got issues. One of them is how much I need you. That's a Julia Michaels song. God help us. Goodbye. Yeah, I got issues. And one of them is how much I need you. Lord, my codependency is one of my issues. Oh my God. You almost got permanently banned, bro. Okay, thank you. I'm going to eat food now. Nobody super chatted me $50. Don't do it, Michelle, to stay here. Bye. That's funny, foul guy. I don't know. Okay, bye.